Welcome to Kumi Talks, everyone. It's another episode with your girl, Buy Local. We're here to talk to another brand owner, and she's got exciting merchandise to reveal to us. Subscribe, like the channel, comment, and let's see what we've got in store. Hey everyone, welcome back to Kumi Talks on YouTube. My name is Refilwe Rakwena and welcome to another episode of Buy Local. We have a brand new brand that we're going to present today, and it's a brand that I am personally in love with and I've spoken about in my previous video. And we have our superwoman here who runs the brand and she's going to just introduce herself to you guys, and then we can start having questions and then dive into her life, her brand, and what she's all about. Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Refilwe Rakwena and I am the creative brains behind a brand called Taum Buoy, which is a socially conscious bespoke brand that just designs clothes that are very loud on messaging and social issues. And they champion a few causes like feminism and LGBTI equality and rights.
Thank you so much for having us.
You are welcome.
In your space. I love the backdrop, right?
Yeah.
You know, parts of people, I think we all want equal rights for everyone, and how your brand is very social conscious.
Yes.
Right? It sends out a message. It's trying to address issues that we have in the brand. Can you tell me that how did the brand come about? What was the initial vision or inspiration that made you build a brand like the one that you have today?
Well, I'm pretty outgoing as a person myself, and I come from a corporate background, and there's always things that make us feel as though we can't be ourselves. Taum Buoy is about looking like yourself, whether you want to wear your hair naturally or whether you want to look a certain way. That doesn't necessarily have to say you're a male, you're a female, you're a professional, you can just look like who you are. So that's what inspired the brand. So I think clothing is one of the best canvases there are out there. I know we can express ourselves on social media. You can, there's various ways that the art form can take shape. But I decided t-shirts, denim jackets. I decided to just go wild and just pour my heart into what innately I believe about equality and human individuals being free, and displaying these messages on the clothing.
Yeah, that's true, because when I first met you, I met you at Market on May.
Yes.
Right, yeah. So that's where we first met, when I was doing my bags. And I think I was a fan from the beginning.
That's awesome. That goes to my heart.
I think you saw the way I reacted to your clothes. I just, like, every single item, was just like, it spoke to a part of me that I felt no other brand could.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you have tapped into this niche market that no one else was speaking to, especially here in South Africa, where a lot of these topics are taboo.
Yes.
Right? They're very taboo, and people are not very open-minded. And it takes a really bold person to be able to wear a shirt that sends a message out to people. And with your brand, I fell in love with that. And that's why you're here.
Yes.
Because I want the rest of the world, to know about your brand and how incredible it is that you would come up with all these beautiful concepts and items that I personally am wearing today. Kawe. Yeah.
I'm also really impressed by Taum Buoy.
We're representing, and I personally felt like I could wear the brand itself. So tell me, what came first? Was it the brand or the market?
Definitely the brand. Well, I resonated a lot, as I said, because I'm out there and I'm not always understood because of how I dress, and I found that the way I look is sometimes a conversation starter. So people were like, "Oh, nice shoes. Where do you get them from?"
Yeah,
or,
she's wearing nice shoes today, by the way.
So I felt like, we can talk maybe about I got these shoes at XYZ store. So why don't I, work on starting the conversation on something that's a social issue. So you can come to me and say, "Oh, is that really what you believe, you know, about women, or is that really what you believe about the LGBTI community? And then we can get to a place where we are engaging, not necessarily to convince each other of anything, but so that we can earn respect in our differences if we can. So I want people to talk. When they see my clothes, I want them to get to a space where they can open dialogue and, you know, feel free to express how they feel. One, the wearer will feel free to express how they are, look like yourself, as the byline says. But, you know, whoever's inquisitive can then get a better understanding of clothing as an expression form.
That's great. I really love that, because then clothes that start conversation.
Yes.
You understand? Clothes that start conversation.
Yeah.
And they always ask that, should you judge a book by its cover? In this case, I think we can. Because you're letting the people know where you stand on social issues.
Yeah.
Can you please tell me, with your marketplace, with your product placement, pardon me, how did you determine where to place your product in order to reach the people that you think are your potential consumers?
Yeah. To be honest, it's still a struggle here and there, because like I said, a different clothing line will represent a different part of the rainbow or a different part of my activism. But from the get-go, I knew I didn't want to be in a department store. I knew, you know, the online space, e-commerce was what works for me. And there is this artisanal culture that's you know, growing in South Africa. So on any given weekend, you'll find me at a market, at a jazz show, at a concert. You know, trying to get my brand out there and speaking to people so that I can impact, because what good is a product if it doesn't make a change in people's lives? So for me, that's at the heart of the Taum Buoy brand, is to get people feeling good about themselves and how different they may be. Because I've been an outlier all my life, you know, dressing in a certain way, and I've been in spaces where I wasn't able to do that. So recognizing that there's that disconnect or that pain, I discovered, you know what, I'm just going to chart a course, because I am confident that people like me exist and they want to feel, you know, look good and feel good in whatever form of clothing that expresses who they really are.
I love that. You understand that your product should attract the people.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know that when you're placed in the correct place, the right people will buy your product.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with a friend of mine that when you make a product, you must not think of it as food.
Yeah.
You know, everyone eats food. Yes. Everyone loves eating food, or everyone loves ice cream, you know. Yeah. But then when you make a product, not just anyone will buy your product.
Of course, yes.
You know, and when you place your product in the right place, people who want to wear it will instantly be attracted to it.
Yes.
You know, so that's definitely what's important with product placement. I really would like to know, what is the most outrageous or hilarious reaction that you've received when people see your product, or maybe someone who's excited about your product? What has taken you back that made you realize, wow, is this what my product is the reaction it's receiving from the public?
Yeah. Well, true. I've had many of those. So I've showcased at the last 2 Joburg Prides.
Okay.
And for me, you know, because Pride is about expression itself, you know, I've had various people just not want to leave the stand because they think they would have found this t-shirt and like, no, I actually want that, actually I'll take them all. You know, that's actually one of the highlights. You know, when you see people get sparkly eyes from, you know, something that was an idea easily 5 years ago in my head. You know, and to add to the Pride markets, I go, various parts of the country. I remember I was in Limpopo and there was Mokopane, a market I went in Mokopane. And all I did was put the flag because I was new in the area. But guess what? This by itself, you know, spoke to a lot of people, and you know, they just rushed to my stand, my gazebo, to ask questions. For me, I do it for that. I want to witness that reaction. If I was to mass produce, and you know, it would sort of lose that, you know, that human touch and that feel, the connection that I'm after. Because it fuels me as well. It keeps me going and it affirms that I'm on the right track, you know. So that's to speak about everything positive that I've experienced. I have had a few not so positive experiences.
Okay.
The one that's been sort of, it's a snag. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal now, because I think there are enough people that understand enough about what I do for them to know that I'm not racist or anything. But I have one of the jackets in the line. I think I have a t-shirt of it. I can display it here.
Oh, please do. Let's see. Let's talk about the products.
Yeah, it is. Normally the message on the front is on the front and the back. So I have one t-shirt that's got, I think it says the Black Man Can. Sorry, I'll get it for you now. It says the Black Man Can. And I also have a jacket with the words at the back, the Black Man Can.
It says the Black Man Can.
The Black Man Can, yeah.
Okay.
And that came off a few months ago, or actually last year, very early. There was this wave on social media about how men are trash and whatever, and because I'm such a
positive.
I'm a hopeless optimist, and I decided, the more you tell them they're trash, the more they're just gonna not disappoint you. So I decided to affirm that you still do get very good, solid, wholesome black men, and I want my clothing to affirm that. And I put this post advertising this jacket on Instagram, and basically it was reported, and I had to remove it. I mean, I can't tell you to this day who it was, but I have not been able to link my shopping and everything, because the page has been flagged as being racist, so to speak. So there are things that happen, but all reactions from me are valid and they are welcome. I just want, like I said, for my clothing to be very topical.
No, I think with your Black Man Can t-shirt, I personally got one as well.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, I got the Black Man Can t-shirt. I think there's not enough clothes that represent that mindset. And I think something people get wrong, if you get into the politics of it, is that they think pro-black is anti whatever race. And it's not really the case. It's just that you're supporting that race right there and promoting it, but you're not saying it's better than another race. So I can understand why some people would be offended. Right? It makes sense they would be offended. But that shirt for me really was a lovely mindset. Where does the inspiration come from? How do you sit down and envision, okay, I want to make this t-shirt? Because you've got a one that I wanted to talk about,
This one. This one's also speaking to the black man, and it's saying, there's that culture of blessers. And they were called Moreki, because Sapora Moreki, exactly, from the song. And I decided, we can't perpetuate that, because they are good, solid, like I said, wholesome black men that are Muhlokomedis, Mushiralitis, and Muratis, which translated in English, it means protector, caretaker of the household, and then Murati, as in lover.
Wow.
Because I recognize all those facets of black men. I mean, in my own life, I'm surrounded by them. So I want to champion their cause, to say, brothers, we do see you. I mean, there'll be that anomaly of people who misrepresent them, but
right.
I've had good experiences with black men. Let me just put it that way.
No. And I think it's good that we should show that to the world. There isn't enough about black families and black men that are doing good. It's just men are trash, and we don't believe men are trash. That your personal experience should not generalize.
Yes. No, I can understand and respect people's experiences, but as I say, you are what you say, and they become what we say they are. And so, it's time to, in as a country and as a society, in our healing, to try and reverse our messages. If we want to get to a different place, we should be talking about that place and not where we've come from.
Wow. So let me ask, with your clothes, right?
Yeah.
You are a certified life.
Yeah, I'm a certified mindset coach.
Certified mindset coach. Yeah, I need to get that down, because I was struggled with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Certified mindset coach. Yeah. And your clothes, then that comes out when you make clothes.
Actually, the clothes and Taum Buoy came before the mindset certification. Yeah. So, like I said earlier, I'm hopeless in my optimism. I want to see things how, in a good light. you know, and if things are not in the good light, I want to see the potential that can come out from either the lesson or the experience. So I'm always focused there. I mean, everybody has bad days, but I'm always trying to reverse what society tells me, or what others tell me to consume, or what negativity exists out there. I'm always trying to remove myself from it. It's like I'm wired that way.
No,
so my clothing's, you know, it came before the certification, but with the coaching that I've been doing informally with various friends and you know, family members and people that I've helped along the way, I decided to formalize it because now there was quiet time and lockdown, and yeah, that's how the business of coaching and you know, helping women came about.
Wow, okay, we love that. You see, woman, I told you, superwoman, Wonder Woman.
Woman.
Yeah, she's doing everything. So here's my favorite part. I want us to go through your favorite items.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
I've got a lot.
We'll go through all of them. We have
I've got a
time.
lot. That one will remain a classic.
Yeah, this one. Eh?
Yeah, so my business model is that I make a line and then I never make it again. But this t-shirt, I've gone to print
You
with
can't
it
say that.
3 times already because of the demand. This one is the bestseller, so I love it.
When I wear those t-shirts, I
Yeah.
get looks.
Yeah, no,
like the
this
whole
one
day,
is-
I get looks, and you need to like keep printing this.
No.
one.
I really have. I've printed many.
We love this
yeah,
one, and even the way you did the hand and the words, and you're Refilwe, talented, eh?
So the message in this one was twofold. You'll see the texture is actually very light. And then, you know, people associate, you know, being a kawe, a warrior race, or, you know, with how black women are so strong. But very little emphasis or representation is done of our albino women. And that's actually the story with that t-shirt, you know, so yeah.
Wow.
Yes, that's
I
that
didn't
one.
know that.
I know, lots of people like, but the color, I'm like, it's not a white woman, it is an albino. Not that there's anything wrong if it were a white woman, but my positioning was, you know, right there with, you know, that's
People that have
highlighting
albinism, ne?
people living with albinism.
Yes, definitely. Wow, I love this.
Yeah.
So show us some of your other stuff so people
so-
at home can know why I'm here. Why am I here?
This one is the Femme Power. Basically, it's coming from, you know, the conscription days when, you know, there's that little sign, I think, in the US where they need you to come to the army or whatever. But it's always got the face of a man, you know. So this one, I call it my Femme Power, and it's saying that, you know, females have just as much power. You know, in our grace, in our beauty, there lies insurmountable amount of power, and that's what the saying is saying. I'm not just a pretty face. You know, I'm powerful.
That's true.
You know, one of my favorites as well. And then I've got this one. It says selfie, and you know, with an emphasis on the word self. But in the little letters there, it's got self-love, self-integrity, self-confidence, self-empowerment, self-respect, and self-care. So it talks about how we are in the selfie culture, always taking our best sides, checking if the lighting is fine, but how much of your insides do you actually look after?
That's
So this
the
one
coach.
quite
Yeah, the coach just came out.
yes, the coach now meets the design concept, but this is basically what I was saying, trying to say, look within as well. You know, get your best lighting within as well. And then this one is called the Dignity Tea. And this is an ode to Mother Africa, you know, because I imagine she is a woman. She can't be anything else.
We've always addressed her as a woman.
She
I can't
can't be
imagine
anything
saying
else.
Baba
Yes.
Africa.
Yes,
Like, it just, it doesn't work.
Yeah, and in many cultures, I mean, to show dignity and to show respect to your community, or to, you know, when women wear a duke, it's like an ordaining and calling their strength at the same time. So that's why I just decided to put her in a duke there, and I said, you know what, much respect to what comes out of you, because she's a very rich continent, as we all know. Yeah, yeah.
And I think also with what I love about the shirt is that the turban or the head wrap is very like universal in Africa.
Yes.
As well,
Yes.
like
Yes.
we all, like, you can go to any country,
Yeah.
even the Arab countries, but the covering of the head and the turban is very African as well. So I love this one.
Yes, and the colors obviously speak to how vibrant the continent is. So,
That's true.
Also one of my favorites. And then I've got denim jacket that I'm wearing. It's a crop cut, so it comes midway on your torso, but it's got this.
Okay.
Yes.
This is gonna get interesting.
This is what I keep saying, that my messages are very bold. You'll see the rainbow there and the two females expressing love for one another. And this is for me saying normalize affection between females, normalize affection between my lesbian sisters. I mean, I love you guys so much. So I'm just saying that be free in who you are, because there's one thing about love, and that it's, it doesn't take any one specific shape or form. And this is me saying, I recognize and I see them, and I'm in there struggling with them.
And how's the public reaction when you're wearing this jacket?
There's always like a jerk reaction. There's always like, if I'm standing in the queue, somebody will be like,
you can hear the whisper, and then what's going on with her?
Yeah, so that's called the scissor jacket, scissor, and PG-13. But basically those are some of my favorite items from the collection, but there are many. So if you go on taumbuoy.com, you'll be able to pick up many other designs, and there is a smashing spring collection that I'm working on. I think you guys will love it. It's my most epic work yet, so do stay tuned.
I'll be the first one, like the first at the door to get. She knows me. I'll be the first one at the door to get it. Because your stuff is really beautiful.
Thank you, and you've been great support. I mean, like you said, from when we met, you've been championing the brand on social media and doing great ambassador work. By the way, that's for us. It's people like her that keep us going, because they believe in the work that we do. And many of you that have also bought our products before, we are saying, really, you are affirming what we're about. And yes, maybe the goal one day will be whatever, our name will be in lights on billboards somewhere. But right now our focus is on getting conversation and dialogue happening among us. We are a nation with a lot of healing and talking that needs to happen. So we are inspired by social issues, and we are saying the more we talk, the more we can heal, the more we can get to a place where we have better love and respect and understanding for one another.
And that's very true. I think also with the LGBT community as well, for us to be more inclusive of them.
Yes, exactly. Diversity. I cannot preach that enough.
No, this has been a very exciting conversation.
Thank you. It has. Once you get me talking, I get all passionate.
And she's like, the way she's presenting, I'm like, she's just taking over. The voice, the words, the intelligence, you can see it there. And I mean, it's for someone like me who looks up to you, because I look up to you. You know what I mean? I look up to you and I'm sorry. Feels doing really nice work, and I check out your stuff on social media. Come on. I wouldn't call you unless I looked up to you.
Sorry guys, I'm just getting emotional because of course you have a seed, you have an idea, and then to help to see it, getting so much appreciation is quite special.
No, really, what you're doing is it's never been done before. I have not seen anyone who makes this, and I'm always on social media checking out what people are doing. You always use what's market research and checking out your competitors. Do that on social media, and then no one's doing this. It's so different, and I think you have no idea. That's why I'm drawn to it, because it's so different, right? So please tell me, what's the vision for the next 3 years? With the brand, and where you planning to take it?
Well, I've been one woman show for a while now. I mean, I get a lot of support from my family. I must actually give a shout out to them. My partner, and the boys, they always help me pack, and if I've got two markets in a weekend, we split as a family, and that's what's been. But this pandemic has obviously, you know, made me think different about my business model. So I want to be strategic about my systems, you know, and my value chain. So, you know, I will be, you know, announcing on social media just how I'm going to tweak how I've been doing things. People have been able to access me only at the market and on e-commerce. So I want them to actually be able to, you know, partake in you know, the distribution, you know, I want, you know, because a lot of my market also comes from the universities, because teenagers and you know, students, they just feel like, because they are all about expressing themselves and finding themselves at those age, you know, so I want to be able to get into those spaces freely. And I'll be working with a lot of ambassadors so that I'm not only localized to Gauteng, you know. If you're in Cape Town, if you're in UCT, you can access the product, things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be concentrating on, perfecting my business model.
Yeah.
So that I can keep it going.
It keeps going.
Yeah. I've laid the foundation. Yes, I mean, I've laid the foundation now, but I'd like to just fine tune things here and there so that the turnaround time is always, very short for demand and supply.
Yeah, that's great. So I want to thank everyone at home for watching, right? And mostly I want us all to thank our beautiful guest.
Thank you.
For
Thank you.
gracing us with her presence and showing us all her beautiful work. And you can follow her on social media, on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram at Taum Buoy, and on Facebook the page is Taum Buoy, and then it's www.taumbuoy.com for shopping and all my latest products. They preview there first.
Yeah, I'll put everything at the bottom so you can see, like even the spelling of Taum Buoy. It's quite unique.
Yeah, it's TAUMBUOY.
Yeah, it's quite unique. Yeah. So thank you so much, Refilwe. I really appreciate it. She's my first guest, and I had
Awesome.
fun.
Thank you very much, Kumi, and I wish you well with the channel. I mean, onwards, and you know, go forage. You know, go forth and forage, and you know, wishing you all the best with all that you'll be achieving and all the voices you'll be bringing here. You know, let's effect change.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. Everyone at home, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll subscribe, follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, and also leave comments, or if you want to suggest a brand that you know about, local brand that we can ask to come join us on the show, please do so, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Much love. Bye.
Bye.